Hello everyone, welcome back to your grammar class. Hope you all are doing fine. So now let us start with the chapter number 10, the verb. First question that arises in our mind is that what is a verb? A verb is a word used to express an action or state like think, play, run, tell. All these words are defining your actions, therefore they are known as verb. Now there are two kinds of verbs. First is auxiliary verb and second is ordinary verbs. We'll study them in detail. Before that, let us read this always remember box. Verb tell us what a person or thing does. B. What is done to a person or thing. C. The state of being or existence of a person or thing. And D. About possession. Possession means belongingness. Now let us start auxiliary verbs. Sometimes the main or ordinary verbs take another kind of verb before them. Like for example, birds are flying high in the sky. Second example, he has learnt his lesson. Third example, they did not play. Now, verbs such as am, is, are, has, have, had, do, does, did, etc. These all verbs are called auxiliary or helping verbs. So, beta, those verbs which are sometimes used before the ordinary verbs, then they are known as auxiliary or helping verbs. Now, kinds of auxiliary verbs. There are 5 kinds of auxiliary verbs: be, do, have, modals, and semi modals. Now, be includes is, are, am, was, were. Do includes do, does, did. Have include all the 3 forms has, have, had. Modals can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, and must, etc. And what are semi modals? Like dare, need, ought to, used to. Now, first point, the verbs be, bracket am, is, are, was, were, have, and do are used with main verbs to make tenses, passive forms, questions, and negatives in a sentence. And modal verbs are used before ordinary verbs and express meanings such as permission, possibility, certainty, necessity, etc. in a sentence. And semi modals can be used as both a main verb or a modal in a sentence. So, beta, we have just now read that what are the uses of the auxiliary verbs. Now, what are main or ordinary verbs? Some verbs may be used without any helping verb before them, like boys play. So, they do not have any helping verb. Birds fly, the boy sleeps. So they don't have any helping verb with them. So therefore the verbs play, fly, sleeps are the main or ordinary verbs. Now the main and ordinary verbs are of 2 types: transitive and intransitive. Transitive verb is a verb that denotes an action which passes over from the doer to an object. For example, India won the World Cup. Now, beta, it's very simple and easy. Understand it. The action of winning passes over from the doer or subject India to the object the World Cup. That means if you get an answer to who won, if you simply ask a question that who won, so you will get an answer that India wins. And who won what? So India wins the World Cup. Therefore won is a transitive verb. So that verb that denotes an action which passes over from the doer to an object is known as transitive. On the other hand, what is an intransitive verb? An intransitive verb is a verb that denotes an action which does not pass over an object. For example, the sun shines brightly. Here, shines is an intransitive verb. The action of shining does not pass over from the doer or the subject sun to any object. Like if you ask the question, who shines upon what? So you don't get any answer. So the verb shine is an intransitive verb. Note, most verbs can be used both transitive and intransitive verbs. Hence, it is better to say that a verb is used transitively or intransitively rather than it is transitive or intransitive. Now, the verb is given and its uses is given in both the forms, transitive and intransitive. So when the verb is used transitively, Rajesh opened the door. So what is to be open? The door is to be open. So open is the verb which is used transitively. I feel a severe pain. What do you feel? You feel a severe pain. So feel is a verb which is used transitively. Now the door opened loudly. So it is used intransitively. How do you feel? So feel here it is used intransitively. So the same verb can be used in two different forms, in transitive form also and in intransitive form also. Now direct and indirect object. Some transitive verbs like buy, find, give, get, send, write, tell, etc. take two objects, that is a person and a thing after them. Such as, she gave him a mobile. So him is a indirect object and mobile is a direct object. Now the thing is called direct object and the person is called indirect object. So beta, you can clearly see that this gave is written. Now in the above line you can read that some transitive verbs like buy, find, give or any other form of give like gave. So after this two objects are there, one is a person, one is a thing. Now if you say about a person, it is an indirect object, and when you say about a thing, it is a direct object. So after the transitive verb gave, there are two objects. First is him and second is mobile. So him is an indirect object and mobile is a direct object. Second point, if the indirect object is placed after the direct object, it must be preceded by the preposition to or for. But whenever, preceded means to come before the word. So if indirect object is placed after the direct object, that means first comes the thing, then comes the person, then it must be preceded by a preposition to or for. Like she gave a mobile to him. Now you can see that beta mobile, it is a direct object, it is preceded by the indirect object. So in between there should be a preposition like to or for. So she gave a mobile to him. So to is a preposition, him is an indirect object, mobile is a direct object and gave is a transitive verb. Now next, verbs of incomplete prediction like roses smell. Roses smell sweet. So in the above sentences, verb smell is an intransitive verb. How? Because in the first sentence, roses smell makes sense but not a complete sense. It needs a word sweet to make the sense complete. So such a verb is called verb of incomplete prediction. And the word sweet, which is required to make the sense complete, is called complement of the verb. The words which are used to make the sense complete, they are known as complement of verb. Examples: the boys appear dejected. Now dejected is a complement verb. See, complement of the verb. Why? Because the boys appear. It does not make complete sense, but dejected word adds complete sense to the sentence. So therefore they are known as a complement of the verb. You look happy. So you look is incomplete, but you look happy is complete. So happy is a complement of the verb. Certain transitive verbs require, besides an object, a complement to complete their prediction. As his parents named him Rajesh. So beta, now there are certain verbs which require a complement of to the verb to complete the prediction. So his parents named him Rajesh. So Rajesh is a complement of the verb. Exercise has made his muscles strong. So strong is again a complement to the verb. Third, when a complement describes the subject, it is called subjective complement. And when a complement describes the object, it is known as objective complement. Now let us do the exercises. First, choose the correct option. In the sentence, we play hockey, the verb is play. Out of the following, the auxiliary verb is run, was, sleep. So beta, helping verb or auxiliary verb is was. In the sentence, he teaches us maths. The indirect object is us, because person is referred to as indirect object. Underline the verbs in the following sentences. Take care of your health. So take. Please go. So go is the verb. I like my new frock. So like is the verb. India struggled for freedom. So struggled is the verb. Catherine goes to church every Sunday. So goes is the verb. The dog barked at the strangers. Barked is the verb. Lend me the keys. So lend is the verb. Do not shout at the children. So beta, do is a kind of auxiliary. So do is a verb. The teacher dictates the answer. Dictates is the verb. I relished the ice cream. So relished is the verb. Next, name the verb in the following sentences and write in each case whether the verb is transitive or intransitive. And where the verb is transitive, name the object also. The driver stopped the bus. So here stopped is the verb and it is a transitive verb. So the bus is the object. But you can clearly see I have written O above the words which are the objects in case of transitive. So second, you speak too loudly. So here speak is intransitive verb. I could not spare the time. What you could not spare? The time. So spare is the transitive verb and time is the object. The moon rose early. So rose is intransitive. He will bring a present for me. So what will he bring for me? Present. So bring is a transitive verb and present will be an object. The sun shines brightly. So shines is an intransitive verb. The policeman blew his whistle. What did the policeman blew? His whistle. So blew is a transitive verb and whistle is the object. The fire burns dimly. So burns is intransitive verb. Time changes all things. So changes is an intransitive verb. She spoke the truth. What does she spoke? The truth. So spoke is intransitive and truth is the object. D exercise. Fill in the blanks with the correct form of verbs given in the bracket. Now in the bracket you have been given the correct form of verb. You have uh, sorry, in the bracket you have been given the form of verbs and you have to fill in it with the correct form. First, Sitaram dashed the milk quickly as he was getting late for school. Bracket is drink. So it will be past tense. So drink will become drank. Anand dashed his teeth before going to sleep. Brush. So beta, it is a habit. It is a daily routine. So brush will become brushes. Mr. Chaudhary dashed at the meeting yesterday. So it is about the past. So speak will become spoke. Fourth, Sunita dash unwell after having her lunch. Feel. So feel will become felt. Grandma dashed asleep while she was watching TV. Fall. So beta, while she was means past tense, so fall will become fell. Next is the earth moves around the sun. It is again a statement, so it will be in present tense, so move will become moves. The earth moves around the sun. The sun dash in the east. Rise. So what is the routine? Simple present tense. The sun rises in the east. When Nandini dashed the theatre, the movie had already begun. Reach. So beta, it is in present tense. Reach will become reached. I dash it later, not today. Do. It will become will do. Rajshri dash ice cream every day. Eat. So beta, it's a daily routine. So it will be in simple tense. A positive word. Eat will become eats. Now E exercise. Fill in the blanks with the correct forms of the verbs from the box. First, now see, different words are given. Lie, lay, hang, flow, fly, rise, ask, admit, confess and raise. Now you have to fill in the correct form of verbs from the box. First is Rohit dash his head with shame when his teacher scolded him. So Rohit hung. Hang will become hung, because in the past tense we have to use it. So Rohit hung his head with shame when his teacher scolded him. Second, the children wanted to dash in the shade of the tree. So lie. Lie will remain lie only. The papers were dash on the principal's table. But a lay will become laid because it has changed into past tense. The papers were laid on the principal's table. Shreya dash that she had been really scared. So Shreya admitted that she has been scared. So admit will become admitted. Next, the man dashed to the police that he had forged the letter. So beta, what did the man? He confessed. So confess will become confessed. Mrs. Singh has dashed her children with love and care. So raised. Beta, see here, raise will become raised. Next is Shivam dashed from his seat to welcome the guest. So here rise will become rose. Shivam rose from his seat to welcome the guest. He dashed where I lived. He asked where I lived. Ask will become asked. The river dash past the dense forest. Flowed. Flow will become flowed. The bird must have dash off by now. Flew off. Fly had become flew. Now the F part. Complete the following sentences with suitable complements for the verbs of incomplete prediction. So she looks beautiful. Beautiful is adding the complete sense to the sentence. This salad tastes yummy. He seems intelligent. Roses smell sweet. The sky grew dark. Now this word game is for your homework. What is given in the crossword puzzle? Irregular verbs are given using the past forms of the following verbs. Now using these irregular verbs you have to complete this word game. This is for your homework. With this the chapter gets completed. I hope you all have understood. Now in your homework, first of all you have to do this word game and you have to revise all the concepts taught in this video and fill your verb books.